get back into the mix, and at the end of this fiscal year, car's supposed to be done. We'll find out. Well, I won't, but we'll find out. And with your experience and everything, when they do change to the levels, see, right now there's still no payroll specialist positions.
Yet we're payroll specialists.
Yeah, but yet there's no positions named that way. And work your way back in and get that lead payroll specialist, which is an increase, which is a sort of a management type position, supervisory position, I should say. You're qualified for that. I think you're very qualified for that. But again, I can't do that right now. I know Maudie has that on her work charge for 2020.
Look, I'm completely capable of coming in here and doing my job.
Okay. I hope so, because you're very good at what you do.
I know I am.
I know.
I like what I do.
Good. That's important. You got to like what you do in life.
I'm not going to go out there and be mean to people. That's not who I am. I'm going to do a job.
Okay.
I don't want to sow dissent.
You don't want to what? Oh, sow dissent. Okay.
I care about me.
You should.
I do. It's very unsettling to feel like you have to start all over again.
I'm not saying you have to start all over again. I think you
I
need
put
to.
in so much over so many years.
You need to figure out.
I feel like the rug's been pulled out from under me.
You need to get back into and get familiar again with the process changes, because there's been a lot of process changes.
That's fine. That's an easy thing to do.
Yeah.
Okay? But I don't know why you guys think I'm going to go out there and cause all kinds of trouble. That's not who I am.
Well, I know you're angry. I certainly
Yeah, but I could be
understand
angry and not be that person.
That's what I was going to say. That's what I was going to say. I know you're angry, and I don't blame you. I would be angry too. I just want to make sure that it doesn't affect your relationships with your coworkers.
No, Brad. I'm going to do my job the same way
Okay.
I've done my job. And my thoughts and feelings are going to stay in my head. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
You're not going to see anything different. That's right, you're wrong. You two automatically assume that I'm going to go out there and start tipping chairs over and shit. You obviously don't know me. Because that's not who I am. And I have a better work ethic than that.
Okay. Yeah, I know you have a great work ethic.
But no, I'm not going to be that person.
Okay.
And I don't know what they're talking about with the yelling. If anything, we all sat in there complaining about how Lisa would yell at us and change rules mid-game and be like, why aren't you doing it this way? You didn't tell us to do it this way. Yes, I did.
Okay.
Okay, lots of that shit, really stressful for all of us in there during that time.
Okay.
She doesn't share work. She keeps things to herself.
I have talked to her about that.
The fucking VPOs, I still do not know how to do them. Yeah. And she's like, I don't have time to show you. Be like, then fine, you do work
I have
the
talked to her
weekend.
that she doesn't delegate.
No, she doesn't. There's like half the shit on her desk I could be taking care of. And she just keeps it to herself. So she becomes the single knowledge holder. And if anything happens to her or she needs to be out, nobody can help.
Maybe I'll talk to her. The VPOs is a good example of how to start moving some things.
Yeah, but as soon as you're gone, she'll probably stop moving those over to me.
I'm only here until Wednesday.
So,
I do know, I've talked to her a number of times, that she doesn't delegate.
You know, I'm worried about working with her with you gone. you step on her toes and she's vindictive.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know what to do with that because I've got no way to fight that. I just have to take whatever she gives. So, dealing with someone who's spiteful
You want to move
because...
to Pittsburgh?
No. Dealing with someone who's spiteful and angry and automatically becomes mean, that's a stress for me, and I've been dealing with that since she took this role.
Mm-hmm.
So, if I can handle that shit...
You're right, she doesn't delegate.
No, but... I'm not going to do whatever it is that two of you think I'm doing just because I'm upset.
No, it's not that it's just I just want to make sure that...
And I'm not going to be out there a disgruntled employee either.
I don't want you to be coming to work every day and not being happy because life is too short.
If I'm coming to work every day and not being happy, I'm just going to go somewhere else.
Yeah.
I really don't want to. No, because I love working here.
Yeah. It's the toughest part about leaving for me is the people.
You know.
Because I've always enjoyed working with you.
If I hated being here, I have the ability to go and probably not work for a year before financially I need to get a job. Mm-hmm. Okay? So if I was that miserable, I'd have been gone. I'm not. It's really hard to go up and down with the, you've been amazing and we want to reward you for that.
Been. And I would love to see you rewarded for it. I think eventually you will be.
I moved into an office which has made it so much easier to work, and now I'm going to be moved back out. Not to mention, how does that look to everybody around us? It looks like, oh, well, she was going to get promoted. Oh, look, she's getting demoted. And these people have to work with me. And these people have to work with me and respect me.
You're in the same position as you were when you went out 3 months ago. You're in that same position.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying. Then I have to fight that view and show people nothing's changed. So this all creates more work for me.
I think the fact that you've been going for 3 months is going to sort of... That's, people are not used to seeing you in there to begin with.
She doesn't let me talk. If she thinks I'm wrong, she doesn't care about what's going to come out of my mouth. She doesn't let me talk. So how am I supposed to have a conversation with her where she gets to say, this is how it is, but I don't get to say all how I feel? And that is completely unfair. You can't expect a person to take a bunch of bricks dropped on them and then go, thank you. Can I have another?
Yeah.
Come on. There's a reaction. There's a processing time. And you got to be able to say what you're thinking. And you have every right to be upset. This is like the opposite of what we were working on. And what I have been running on.
It's not the opposite. It's just that we haven't been able. I mean, it's not like you've been demoted instead of promoted or anything like that.
No, but I am going to lose the office with the door.
Well,
and that is actually a giant thing for me.
I would open that back up seriously with Cynthia, because Amy would not be involved at this point. And of course, neither will Rod. It'll be Karen. And Karen is much more open, I think, to doing, to following the law. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
I think you would have a better chance of them saying we need to make other accommodations. And what can we do? Now, I don't know what's going to happen. See, Courtney has not moved from where she is. Courtney's in an office, so maybe that's a possibility that we do some office swapping. I don't know. But I'm sure if benefits said this is what you have to do for accommodations, that something would have to be worked out.
So do I need a new list of duties?
I think your duties will be what they were before.
Because like I was processing the payrolls.
Yeah, we probably, well, see, eventually you'd be back processing payrolls again. Let me think about that for half a day.
Okay.
I don't have that much longer, so
Yeah,
let me think about it.
I mean, I need to know what's changed about my job, you know? Because seriously, that listing for the assistant manager thing, it literally lists my duties right now.
And and I told you why they did it that way, because that's how they had to post it.
But if you're saying all kinds of things are changing, I need to know what's changing in that list.
Yeah. I'll get back to you by tomorrow morning with that. Maybe this afternoon. I have to work with Cindy this afternoon. So.
Okay.
I know it's really difficult when you've had a lot of things happen. None of it very good.
No.
And I am very sorry for you, for everything that you've had to go through.
This on top of everything else is just too much, Brett.
I know. I'm really sorry. And I'm sorry that it got heated a little bit. It certainly didn't want it to be that way. You are a great person. You're a great, amazing worker, a great individual. No one should have to go through what you went through to begin with. And I know this is difficult on top of everything else.
If I can survive losing Alec, I can survive anything.
That's what I told myself. I know where you're coming from.
Yeah. Can you give me some pointers on how to talk to Lisa? Because as soon as she shuts up, she's a closed door. She doesn't hear anything after you speak, and she hears something she doesn't want to hear.
I'm going to have a conversation with her about that, and I'll meet with you again. Because it's got to work. It's for the best.
It does,
for
but
everybody.
She can't just automatically dismiss me when she doesn't want to hear my thoughts.
Yeah.
If I'm hearing hers and I'm calm and quiet when I'm hearing hers, I deserve the same.
Mm-hmm.
And I just get this, well, there's nothing I can do about it, so you stop talking about it.
Mm-hmm.
Can we maybe finish the conversation that started this whole thing? Because I do get to say what I think.
Yeah.
Regardless of whether something can be done about it, I'm allowed to have an opinion.
Yeah. Let me talk to her about it as well. And then I'll get back with you. And,
I feel that she's less concerned about all of this because she got her raise, she got her promotion, she got her office, everything worked out for her. And as soon as that happened, her fire that she had burning to make these things happen for me, it disappeared.
Yeah, see, I'm still trying to get things to happen for the payroll specialist, which is you and them. But so far I haven't been able to do anything.
And I'm afraid of having to work with just her. Because now, after this, she's going to be pissy with me for like 2 or 3 weeks. You worried about me going out there and being an asshole? It's her you have to worry about. And you know that.
Yeah, that's why I need to have a private conversation with her.
So, no, she's going to be the one that's all pissy and not talking to me. Or being rude when she does. So, I'm not going to go in there and kiss her ass to try to make things better. Because I haven't done anything wrong.
Yeah, just, do your job or your duties or whatever, and just with whatever you need done, And, let me talk to her too about
I'll
that.
do whatever she needs me to do.
But I think, like what you were mentioning about the VPOs and stuff, she needs to have a backup for that kind of stuff.
She will not share. She says it's too complicated and it's a process she is still working on.
I think over the last few months that's not simplified, but I think the process is pretty standard now. So.
Well, I asked her to write down her steps for doing it and to give me a shot. And she said, I don't have time to write that down.
Yeah.
She self-imposes an enormous amount of work on herself and then runs around all over the place. I work 80 hours a week. Well, I'd say probably 90% of your regular 80 is self-imposed because you're obsessing about it and you can't let it go. And there are some things with this system, just like everybody from shared services says, there's nothing you can do. But she says, there is. And then she goes and picks and picks and picks and picks and picks. And she's all worn out and she can't do anything else. So
I've told her before she needs to let things go.
She
Let it go. Let
delegate.
shared services take care of it.
She doesn't delegate.
No, she doesn't. You're right about that.
And she can say, oh, I can't give it to them. Well, you can give it to me. Anything she can do, I can do. So
there's a song like that.
Anything you can do, I can do better. You don't have to worry about me being obnoxious.
Well, putting this stuff aside, I do worry about you because of what you've been through, because I know it's not easy. So
I'll be fine. I have a good support system.
That's good. You need that.
Yeah.
What I went through, yours is multiple times worse.
Yeah, there's levels to it that exist with a suicide that are far beyond just losing someone.
Yep. I totally agree. Agree with that. And that's why I said I worry about you when you were off.
I was basically in hiding, trying to figure it out. There were most days I couldn't even leave the house. I couldn't.
You and Noah both?
No, Noah was okay with that. He has more PTSD issues with finding Alec.
Yeah.
Having that come back in flashes. And he has anxiety now, which he didn't have before. So we're working
Was he
through
still
it.
teaching, or did he not?
No, he didn't. He worked half a day throughout the whole last 2 months, every day. So
that was probably difficult for him, though, too.
It was, but it's all he could manage because concentration after something like this, it's a real slow thing to come back because your mind automatically, you can be in the middle of doing something, half an hour passes, and you're like, what was I doing? And you go back and you look at it and the things you did were wrong. Because your brain just decides to check you out, but you're still doing the thing.
Still writing things or whatever, yeah.
So yeah, that was really bad during the second month for me, and it tapered off more during the third month. So, yeah. Just get a deal. I'm not gonna go and talk to her.
No, don't.
She wants to talk to me.
Yeah.
She can come to me because she's being all confrontational, and I'm just not. I'm not wanting to.
Yeah, don't do anything like that yet. I'm gonna talk to her first.
Well, my plan is to just avoid her completely until I need her specifically for something, or she needs me.
Well, yeah, she's gonna have to reach out to you because she's gonna need you.
She is, but
she's definitely gonna need you.
I'm going to let her do it when she wants to, because any time before that, she's just going to be pissy and mean. I know Lisa's moods. I'm used to them. I know what to expect.
Okay.
So.
Well, I wouldn't give up on getting at least the lead position, which is a promotion, because I think you're the most qualified of any of the three. Definitely the most qualified, so I wouldn't give up on that. It's just a pain in the ass. I know I talked to Mike Hess down there because that's who I was working with, and he said he gets phone calls from people all the time. What's going on? Why can't I get this done? Why can't I? It's like he was thinking about leaving because there's things that he knows needs to be done in departments across campus that he can't do. Because everything goes to the car committee, which is run by Brenda Stouffer. I don't know if you know Brenda or not.
I've met her once.
She was the acting CHRO for a while. And what I've heard is she has issues with people across campus, so she's using her role as in CAR to be vindictive with certain people. So, so it's not a happy situation.
Yeah.
Things have changed processing-wise here for the better. Things have changed personnel-wise and culturally across campus for the worse.
Much. And it's not just us. It's everywhere.
It's everywhere, and it includes some of the things the president wants as well.
She seems focused only on faculty and students. She doesn't give a rat's ass about staff.
Exactly. That's why it's hard to get anything done with staff.
She doesn't care. She thinks those things need to be improved, and it seems like she's waiting for lots of people to quit to help clear out her overpopulated staff.
She's ripped people. I mean, she's ripped a lot of people. But yeah, I heard from somebody I know at UGA that whenever they found out she was leaving, they had a party. That tells you something right there.
She looks really good on paper.
Yeah. Was it Ryan Santee? You know Ryan Santee?
Mm-mm.
He's in procurement. He said at a meeting, and like Donna and Monty went, he said at a meeting, well, she'll be gone soon because she was on the cover of the magazine, the KSU magazine. And they're like, what? And he goes, no. He goes, Dr. Papp was on the cover. Boom, he was gone. Sam Owens was on the cover. Boom, he was gone. Now she's on the cover.
She'll be gone.
Oh, my. So, well, let me talk to her, and I think your strategy is a good one. Wait till she comes to you, because she's going to need you.
She is.
Yeah.
She does. She needs me now.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah,
she can either utilize me or not.
Mm-hmm. But she's going to have to utilize you. Or not is not an option. Or not is not an option.
I told her that whatever she needs, I know there's lots of changes, just let me know what she needs me to do, and it'll get done.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. At this point, you're like a 30% new employee. Because there's things that you need to find out.
Mm-hmm.
Some things have changed, some things have not. So.
Anything of note, like with processing that's changed?
That's, again, you're going to have to work with her or with Shannon or Allison on processing. Again, mostly it's queries, and it's checking queries and the how often, the schedule of when the queries have to be run and checked.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, it seems like it's gotten a lot better because confirmation's not taking as long. We're not finding as many errors. We don't do, this may have changed since you left. I can't remember when it changed. We don't do advances anymore.
Ever?
Uh-uh. No advances. If people don't enter their time, like 40 hours worth, we are doing off-cycle checks. But that's going to change because they're changing the business process manual to say that if you don't enter your time, tough, it'll be added to your next payroll. We have to right now do off-cycle checks because FLSA says that once they tell you that, I didn't enter my time, but here's the hours, you have 3 days to pay them. But that's the Bureau, that's the Georgia DOL.
Do we go outside of the off-cycle check processing calendar in order to satisfy that?
Yeah, there's on-demand checks.
Okay.
They still attach to the off-cycle run for the Friday, but they can do them on Wednesday.
Because I know on-demand was one of those things we were not doing at all unless it was absolutely necessary.
We've been told we need to do it for those in those situations until the BPM gets changed because they're working with the Georgia Department of Labor to change it.
Good plan.
Yeah.
Yeah, how else are they going to get that done?
But no advances, which is good because we have to screw around with those now. No off-cycle checks for like overloads. unless it was a system error.
Okay.
If somebody was supposed to get extra pay, and they got their whole paycheck, but the extra pay came in, no off-cycle check for that, goes on the next one.
Okay.
If they get their regular pay, there's no off-cycle checks for this additional pay stuff. But yeah, you'll have to be filled in on all those policy changes.
I'm sure I'll find out when the question comes up.
Yeah.
That's usually how it works.
Yeah, that's the way it works a lot of times for a lot of a lot of situations.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Is there anything you want from me?
I want you to be good. I want you to be good. You know, and as happy as you can, because that's important.
I will be.
I know you do the job. You're doing an amazing job for you and all.
That doesn't change.
So.
I have felt this way for years, and I've still been doing the job.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I'm not that person that you guys were assuming I am.
No, I think it was just because I knew you were going to be disappointed, upset. Just didn't want you taking that outside and having it affect your relationships with other people.
It won't.
Good. Because, I mean, it can all be part of your support system as well.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to go take a break for a little bit.
I don't blame you.